2 days ago, we did what we just did. What did we do? No, after. We did areas. Today we do what? What's the word before areas here? Compound or composite. What does it mean to have a compound area or a composite area? It means an area made up of what? It means an area made up of other what? Other areas. So something you can actually cut up into smaller areas. By the way, can someone remind us how many areas did we do? What are the areas that we actually did 2 days ago? We only did 5 kind of shapes. Just raise your hand and give us one each. Ether, go ahead. We did circles. So today we will cut some circles. Maram, triangles, rectangles, 2 more. Fancy names. Sam, parallelogram, 1 more. Trapezoids. Okay. All right. So everyone, I want you to copy this. So today, so this is the definition. We call a shape that can be cut into more than one basic shape of the chart I gave you 2 days ago, compound or composite. I don't really care which word you use, just use one of them. Okay? So, how do you find the area of a what? Of a composite shape? Each shape is going to have what? A technique to it or a trick. Sometimes it's either to what? It's easier to what? Basically, the diagram has a hole in it. Okay, so the diagram has been what? Something ate a part of it. So it's either easier to do what? Easier to subtract the whole area from the what? From the big area. Yes, okay, to get your total shape area. So something like this. And okay, everyone, what did this used to be originally? If it was a whole, a complete one. How many people can see that it used to be like this? What did I cut, chomp chomp, out of it? I did, okay. So apparently, what did I eat from the inside? Always, by the way, even, listen, treat squares like you treat right triangles. Unless you know it's a right triangle, use the bigger version of what? Triangle or rectangle. What else did I cut? I half circle, yes. Finally, what did I cut as well? A full triangle. So it's easier for me to find the full thing and then subtract one from here, one from inside, one from the side. Sometimes it's easier to what? So there are no holes. There is extra stuff on the side, like this one. How many shapes can you cut this into? I can imagine cutting it into a triangle. Stuck to it is a rectangle. Stuck to it is another what? Rectangle. By the way, I will never tell you on a composite area problem if you should be subtracting or what? Or adding. I'm going to show you the shape. By the way, we're going to do 10 shapes today. Like, flip the page. There are so many combinations, okay? I will give you a shape on the quiz, for example, or the test, and I will leave it up to you. You decide if you want to cut it. If you want to add or subtract. Okay, so everyone, I want you to copy this. Go ahead. Copy this into your notes. Oh, it is? No. This. Those two. So this is an example of subtraction. This is an example of addition. Go ahead. Because if you end up adding instead of subtracting, you're going to give me a bigger number than I need. And if you end up subtracting instead of adding, you'll give me a smaller number than I need. Okay, just gotta zoom out. You still can do it. I have a question. Listen up. Listen up. Could there be cases where you end up from the same shape adding and subtracting at the same time? Yeah, there could be a hole, but there could be also what? Something on the side extra. So you're going to have to end up doing both. And that's going to be some of the problems we do today. Okay. Okay, let's read the question. So I want Sam, would you mind reading the question, like example? Go ahead. Everyone listen up. Go. Uh-huh. Oh, I forgot something very important that I always use. The what? Okay, actually, the units are already on the shape. I forgot something else. Kind of important for you to know how to give me your final answer. What do I always need to tell you? What do I always need to tell you about your final answer? Decimal places. Thank you. So rounding, everyone, let's do 2 decimal places. What if we only have one? Then we're just gonna show the one. So everyone add up here. Everyone add up here. Do not forget units with the final answer. Around 2 decimal places. I'm gonna add it on the Word file. So round to 2 decimal places. If you have 1 decimal place that survived, then you just show that. You don't even have to bother putting a 0 at the end. We're fine. Okay, everyone, let's look at the first big shape. Okay. Any suggestion? What if someone says, I have a shape like this or a cardboard like this? I want to know how big. Look, everyone, how big do I need if I want to paint this much? Other than Ether, who knows how to do this one? Was raising. Someone else here had their hand up. But yeah, what would be your strategy here? How would you approach this? Okay, so everyone, listen up. Leah said you add. You said you add the triangle. What did you mean by you add the triangle? Because it's weird. You said add, and at the end you said what? So which one are you going with? Wait. Is this triangle adding to the shape or eating from it? So should it be added to it or subtracted? Should be subtracted. But to subtract it, what do I need to find first? How big the triangle is. Okay, so everyone, let's write. First, 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 we need. I'm not gonna write area of triangle. From now on, I'm gonna write capital A for area and small letters like a subscript triangle. We need a triangle. We're math people. We don't want to write much. Can someone remind us what is the area of any triangle? See, that's where you might have to consult the chart, like the tip. Base times height divided by. Don't tell me the number. Raise your hand if you know what the base of this triangle is. Alan, how big? And you have to tell us how you figured it out. Listen up. How did you, it's 4. How many people agree it's 4? Tell us how you figured out it's 4, even though it's not shown explicitly. Uh-huh. Perfect. How long is this whole thing? How long is this whole thing if it wasn't cut? 20. Take out 8, take out 8. Awesome. This is what geometry is. There are numbers are there. You just have to put them there. So everyone go ahead and just put a double-headed arrow. I like the double-headed ones. And just put what? By the way, no need to put 4 inches. Everything is in inches. So just 4. All right, let's do this. So maybe here, A try, I'm just going to say try, equals. I am not going to be, everyone, I'm not going to be a stickler for writing the equation first. You can jump straight to the numbers. It's up to you. 4 times 6 divided by 2. How much is that? 24 divided by 2, which is how much? What's the unit for area? It always inch. You have to square it. Remember, square footage. So inch squared. Okay. What is the big shape originally? Originally, what's the big shape? What shape? It's rectangle. What's the area of any rectangle? What? Rectangle. Length times width. Some people like to say base times height. I don't like base and height because I could turn it this way. Let's say length times width. Okay. So let's oops, sorry. So now area, rectangle. Well, that's an easy one. Equals. I'm gonna move it down a little bit so I have more space. There we go. Equals. What's the length of the rectangle? Length. No. The whole thing. How long is it? 20 times. How wide is it? What's the short side? 240 inches squared. What's my very final step? Do I add or subtract? And you always subtract the small number minus the big number. So I'm gonna call it A final. A final equals 240 subtract 12. How much is that? 228. Also in what? You start with inches squared, you end with inches squared. Done. Okay. All right. Geometry is always, I'm not going to say an easy, but an easier unit because it's visual. It's in your face. Okay. Who has a strategy for this one? If you're helping your younger sibling and they're like completely lost, they're like, what should I do with this? Raise your hand. Okay, Sam, just give us one thing you would do to this shape. Where? Right there. Perfect. By the way, if you do it as a solid line, I am not going to take marks off. But I like cuts to be in what kind of line? Dashed line. My way is to make it solid and then go with an eraser. Sorry, a second. Point eraser, that's the one. Right here, right here, right here. Done. Okay. Is there another line I could add? Yes, I could show the invisible base of this one. Okay, let's do that. By the way, we could have done it here, everyone. We could have done it here. I just forgot. Like to finish off the triangle. How many shapes do I have here? 3. Shape 1, shape 2, shape 3. Are we gonna subtract all of them, add all of them, or a mix? Can you tell me what's gonna get added? Which triangle is gonna get added? How about the small? All right. But I still have to get how many areas? 3. All right. Let's actually label them, everyone. So I want you to put 1 here. By the way, it's my habit to put 1 in a circle. You can just put 1. This is. Oh, wait a minute. But 2 is actually what? The whole. So, you know what then? Let's just call this 1 and not call this anything. Okay. So let's say, which area should we find first? Does it matter? No, you're going to have to do all of them. So let's say area 1. Area 1. What shape is 1? What's the base of this triangle? How big is the base? 17 here, 17 here. How high is this triangle? How high is this distance? Who can tell us how long? Did I say it again? Yes. From here to here is how much? How about from here just to here? This has to be the rest. Perfect. So this is 16. Divide by 2. Okay. 256. 272. Oh, okay, sorry. My bad. Here's my one. I just called it A1. Okay. Let me check my math. 1 second. I think it's 272. Come on. There we go. 17 times 16. 272 divided by 2 is how much? 136. In what unit? Squared yard. Yes. Okay. Should I do the small triangle now or the original rectangle? It doesn't matter. We have to do both. So let's do the big rectangle first. So A rectangle equals what times what? 19 times 19 times 17. 340 minus 17. 323. Who's got this? 323. Come on. In yards squared. Now what? What's the last thing I need? No. I'm not. There's still one shape. I need to what? I need to find the back triangle. So A, let's call it small tri equals. What's the base of that small triangle? Yeah, 17. But what's the height of that small triangle? Sure. Oh, that's going to give us a decimal. That's fine. That's fine. So 17. Oops, not 47. 17 times 7 divided by 2. 59 and a half. Yep, that's fine. 59 and a half yards square. Okay, what gets added? What gets taken out? Yes? Okay, so everyone, let's do this. First of all, we're going to take the triangle rectangle, so 323. Now you can add or subtract now. Doesn't matter. Let's subtract. Subtract what? 59 and a half. Yeah, that's a small triangle. Plus the big triangle, which was 136. There we go. So how much do we get? Well, 323 subtract 59 and a half. Don't read. Plus 136. 399 point. How to get that? 399 0.5. Is anyone getting any odd number? Good. Okay. What should I add to this? Add to this shape? I need to cut. Is there any subtraction that's going to happen here? Pure addition. Can we label them as 1, 2, 3? Always do that. Sorry. So area 1, area 2, area 3. Okay. Let's, everyone, listen up. Let's keep the area to, sorry, the circle to there. What's the base of this triangle? The base. The base. The base is, by the way, feel free to add stuff to the diagram. 10. Height is what? Okay. So area 1, everyone, area 1 equals 10 times 7, all dividing 2. 70 divided by 2, 35 squared yard. Okay. Shape number 2. Is it a square? It is a square. How much is that? Okay, everyone. Eyes on the, yes. Pencils down. What shape is that? It's a what? It used to be a circle. I just need half of it. To get half of something, first of all, I have to calculate what? The what? The full thing. All right. I'm not going to say 3. I'm going to say full circle. So a full circle. Anyone remembers? No. Anyone? Don't say it. Raise your hand. Anyone remembers the area equation of a circle? Any circle in the universe. So we have Leah, we have Angela. Everyone, 1 second here. Ahmed, what's the area equation of a circle? Okay, I put him on the spot. I heard you talk to David, and when you asked him how did you find the circle, and he said, listen up, 2 pi r. I'm like, I'm gonna use him as an as an example. Is what he said correct? But 2 pi r. There's a pi. Can someone say what was his, Angela? He said 2 pi r. That's the circumference of a circle. We are looking for what? I am glad you made it, because now you're never going to forget that, and no one else will. So what's the equation if it's not 2 pi r? Dalal? Pi r squared. You take the 2 and you put it on top. That's how I always remember it. Remember? 2 pi r, erase the 2 and put it here. Never forgot it. So pi r squared equals, what's the value of pi that we're going to use? Pi is an infinite number. We only need 3 digits. 3 point times. What is the radius of the circle if it were a hole? No. What's the radius of that circle? How many people say it's 10? How many people say it's not 10? So yeah? How come there's a 10 there? I know, but I heard 10. 10 is the what? Diameter. Do you ever deal with diameter? Twice as much as you need, divided by 2. So everyone, you can put 5. You can put 5 here. So it's 5 squared. By the way, just so you know, the most common trick for math teachers on geometry tests is we keep giving you diameter, and we see who remembers to do that small division step and who doesn't. 3.14 times 25. Sure. 8 in yard. And now, by the way, I can just do this. Oh, sorry, not here. Sorry, no, not here. My bad. Let's actually point to the number itself. I have enough space. Let me just. Oh, I am here. You go. Sorry. What do you say? Divide by 39 points. Now what do you do with those three? Because they're all stuck together. So A final equals, what was the top one? 35 plus 100 plus 39.25. All in all, 174. Good question. Good question. It introduced us to the circle, and it introduced that perimeter, or what's the other name for perimeter for a circle? The only one with a special name. Circumference. Not now. We need area inside. Good. On with this one. Go. 3 minutes. By the way, use symmetry, as in, does it seem to have multiple identical shapes? Do you need to evaluate each one of them or just one of them? And multiply it by? Don't forget about the central part, though. So go ahead and cut it this way. That's as much as I'm going to do now. How many people start with the square in the middle first? How many people start with the off triangle? Sure. Are all the triangles the same? All of them have, okay. What's the base of this one? What's the height? But this one has a base of what? And a height of? Does it matter? No, because at the end of the day, you're going to multiply both. 8 times 6 is the same as 6 times 8. So let's do, oops, sorry. Let me, oh, sorry. Okay. Go up a little bit. Okay. I'm going to say A try, just one of them, equals, let's say 8 times 6. Yeah? 8 times 6 is, come on, focus, please. All right. 48 divided by 2, which is 24n. Okay. Are we going to use one version of it or 4 copies? Okay, yeah, let's keep that till the end. Let's do the square in the middle. A, just got to write SQ, which is what? Which is? So what's my final answer? You just have to show me that you multiplied it by 4. And then you add it. Plus 4. Come on, Noah, Nisha, Dylan. I'm sorry? What do you mean? I listen, I can't hear. I just praised you saying that you didn't do that. I just praised you saying I didn't even hear you yesterday in the lab. Come on. Okay, Oday, what did you mean by you're good? Okay. How much is this? 160n. Okay,